Welcome to Spotlight on Scott. I'm Airman First Class Michala Weller. Across the U.S., Americans celebrated Independence Day with fireworks and festivities. Senior Airman Nina Orlando shows us how the Band of Mid-America put on a show in Granite City, Illinois.
Independence Day means a lot to me, being part of a country that can constantly be able to breathe and live in a manner that we don't have to look over our shoulder, and that we're so fortunate and so grateful for everything we've been given. So just celebrating that.
And celebrate that we did across the entire United States. For Granite City, Illinois, Independence Day is a 5-day festival, a tradition in its 19th year.
It really is all about spending time with your family, coming out and just sharing our community, and particularly this year with the Air Force Band, our country.
The Air Force Band of Mid-America joined the celebration this year with a night of music with a message.
The band's mission is to honor and inspire and connect with the American public. So we hope that we can honor the veterans that are here tonight. We hope we can inspire the audience, and we hope that we can help connect the military with our local communities.
239 years later, we've come a long way as a nation, and we should all be grateful for the freedoms that we live with today. Senior Airman Nina Orlando, Scott Air Force Base, Illinois.
Hey, Estevez! Want some? Girl, you need some vegetables.
To some people, seeking out mental health is seen as a weakness, when in fact, asking for help is a sign of strength. Airman First Class Kimberly O'Brien brings us a glimpse of what happens at mental health.
Basically, a stigma is a set of beliefs that someone has towards a certain subject or thing that really has no basis behind it. And stigma in mental health is you'll lose your top secret clearance, you'll get kicked out of the Air Force, you'll lose your ability to carry a firearm, things like that. And that mental health is duty limiting. It'll cause you more trouble. It definitely prevents care. I like doing security forces outreach, the embedded unit program. We just go around to the post, talk to all the people in security forces, just chit chat, try to break down the stigma, make them feel comfortable talking to a provider or a technician. We've had people come in and say, I never would have sought out mental health if it wasn't for you guys coming to talk to us. I like that, seeing people getting help that normally wouldn't get help.
A lot of times they're hesitant to see mental health because they've only heard of what you see in the media and what you've seen in movies where it results in a negative impact on the member's career. Whereas nowadays, 99% of the people that come through mental health don't have any type of negative career impact. Mental health's purpose is not to separate people out of the military. Our job is to get people the help that they need and then return them to duty as soon as possible. And it's becoming more and more acceptable as a society, as a perceived notion, to see help.
Working here for the past 2 years, I've seen just hundreds and hundreds of people who have come here not doing very well, and they usually always leave better than they came in. So you've got nothing to lose and a lot to gain from seeking treatment.
Whoa, what is this, Airman? That's much better, Airman, as you were.
Meet. Scott Air Force Base loves to reach out to the community and help however we can. Recently, the 15th Operational Weather Squadron did just that, as they hosted a visit for a weather forecaster from World War II. Senior Airman Timothy Kirchner gives us a story.
During World War II, the draft led to the induction of 10 million men for military service. This left a large void in the workforce that was filled by women. Norma Jean Cadena was one of many women who were trained to be a weather forecaster. Recently, the 15th Operational Weather Squadron on Scott Air Force Base invited Miss Cadena to visit and see how things are done today.
And then, of course, the fun of it was once in a while when we had to take the cloud height and had to use the weather balloon and send it up, and when it hit the cloud, you read it, and that's how you tell how high the clouds were.
When Marines returned from fighting in the Pacific Islands, they would train in the Gulf of Mexico, and it was Norma Jean's responsibility to keep them updated on the weather. This allowed U.S. troops to stay safe while training for a battle where they would soon return.
Today, it was just lovely. such an honor to be allowed to come into the base and meet the people and be shown around us, but that the base would be so nice to me, but to me is just wonderful.
This event was part of the Memories That Last program provided by the Sisters of St. Mary Health Hospice and the Home Health Foundation. Senior Airman Timothy Kirchner, Scott Air Force Base, Illinois.
Thanks for tuning in, Team Scott. Remember to check back for the latest and greatest news from Showcase Wing.